Hey YouTubers, Diecast Rhino here. Thanks for tuning in. I love trucks, and today we're going to be looking at a great little Ford truck 5-pack put out by our friends at Matchbox, so stay tuned. Thanks again, guys. I'm excited to be taking a look at this Ford truck 5-pack that Matchbox put out last year. So in 2019, Matchbox put out a 6-car series of Ford trucks that came packaged in regular blister packs on cardboard, like how you would see any other mainline car. They then took all those cars, except one, and put them in this 5-pack. The only one they chose to leave out was this F350 Super Duty. The reason for leaving out this vehicle is no doubt because they already had another F350 in this set, and that's the one we're going to start with today. The 2017 Ford Skyjacker Super Duty F350 is a fairly new casting for Matchbox. This truck made its debut in 2018 with the exact same livery and paint. It was also featured as the Matchbox Annual Gathering of Friends promotional model for 2018. This big truck has a metal body, black plastic base, and a black plastic camper cover over the truck bed. It has a blue light bar on top and is decked out in a police configuration. This 4-door F350 is a lifted truck and has 4-wheel drive. There are tons of logo decals all over the truck, including the ever-popular Skyjacker logos just behind the rear doors. There's also a big MBX 350 logo on the hood, and the vehicle is peppered with custom auto decals such as Bushwhacker, Fab Fours, and Rigid, just to name a few. This casting features running boards on the sides and a full spare tire mounted to the top. One of the ways that I like to judge the amount of detail on a small die-cast vehicle is to see whether or not the creators bothered to add side view mirrors to the casting. This vehicle's got them. As a side note, Matchbox seems to add these to just about all their cars that would have had them, whereas a Hot Wheels car may leave them off just as often as they include them. Overall, I think this is a great start to our 5-pack. Next up in our 5-pack review, the 56 Ford pickup. This casting has been around since 1997, and along the way Matchbox has done some gorgeous versions of this truck, some of which you're seeing here. It's been featured in many promotional and limited edition versions as well. For this 5-pack, Mattel decided to give the people what they want and go with a classic Moon Eyes livery on a yellow body. The truck sits on a gray plastic base with a blue tinted windshield. The wheels are one of Matchbox's ringed disc wheel types. There's not a whole lot of flash to this model, mostly because it doesn't need it. They kept it simple, and because of that, this model is a great and accurate tribute to the old 1956 Ford F100. This one is sure to be a favorite of collectors for years to come. Moving on, we come to the 2010 Ford F-150 SVT Raptor in the Gulf Oil livery. This is my favorite piece in the set. I made up my mind when my son and I started collecting that I was going to collect cars with the Gulf livery, so this one was high on my list. And since there's very little chance of me getting this Gulf Raptor, I can still feel good about picking this one up. But seriously, I love this truck. From the Ford logo molded into the front grille to the trailer hitch on the rear bumper, this casting is full of detail. In addition to Gulf, you'll also notice logos from Firestone, Coney, and of course Matchbox. The flat light blue Gulf paint job shows some very minute sparkly specks in it, which you can see if you shine good light on the truck. To top it all off, the metallic orange accent on the wheels really makes this model look great. The fourth car in this pack is the '72 Ford Bronco. This casting has over 25 variations throughout Matchbox history. This particular version is the same as the Bronco that comes out in the 2020 Convoy, except for a slight wheel variation. It has a chrome plastic base attached to its metal body with a tan plastic top, roll bars, and interior. It's jacked up on some big tires and has the Ford logo molded into the tailgate. The Skyjacker logo is displayed prominently on each side. As mentioned before, the interior is all tan, except for the gear shifter, which is actually part of the chrome plastic base. I really love a lot of the Matchbox 4x4 vehicles, and this one is no exception. Great job on this one. Finally, we wrap up with the Ford F-150 Lightning. This truck has a silver plastic base and red metal body with some fairly plain 5-spoke wheels. The casting has been around since 2005 and features a tonneau cover on the bed. It's a 2-door F-150 with a clean-looking mesh grille on the front and some black and yellow accent stripes on the sides. The SVT Lightning logos appear at the bottom of each door, and Matchbox logos adorn the sides all the way to the rear. Tinted windows round out this model. This truck is obviously decked out for tooling around town, not a weekend of off-roading. But it does continue the Matchbox tradition with a high level of fine detail. So that's it. I really like this 5-pack. Drop us some comments to let us know what you thought of it. Be sure to like and subscribe. We'll see you next time, and as always, thanks for watching.